Hi. So in your studies, I'm hoping you can hear me with my mask on, in your studies about preventative care, I'm trying to cover as many species as possible. So I thought covering birds should definitely be one of them. And I know we've done quite a bit. How beautiful is she?
Oh, you do?
The chicken, George, the chicken.
Oh, thanks.
I know we've done quite a bit about health checking in birds, for most of you anyway, I hope. So some key things with regard to preventative care, as well as obviously health checking. A big thing we're going to look for is the legs and the feet. And we know what we're looking for with regard to signs of health in a chicken's foot. All the scales are an even length. But one preventative treatment that therefore we do is a bit like a pedicure. You're going to need to behave yourself. So what I've got in my pedicure kit for my chickens, hold that thought, is a tub of Vaseline. And then what you do with your Vaseline is get really greasy fingers, and you can get special treatment that actually is called scaly leg treatment. But with the Vaseline, you smother it over the leg, you smother it over the foot, and it actually, you can see the chicken is quite enjoying this experience really. You make sure that the leg is covered. Now, this is a type of topical treatment, which means it's on the surface of the skin. And what the Vaseline does, not only does it actually moisturise the skin, which just makes it feel nice, but it also, were there to be any mites under the skin, it suffocates them. I know that's not very nice, but it suffocates them, so prevents them from breeding, prevents them from spreading. So, preventative treatment number 1. Preventative treatment number 2, thank you George, is like with our other clawed species, would be in the other category, in the sense that it is foot care or beak care. And actually, looking at both of these chickens, their nails are a beautiful length and don't need trimming at all. We know what we're looking for in nails, don't we? We're looking at that quick line, and if you can see on this claw, if you can see on the camera, you can see the bloodline quite clearly in there, and the white. That needs nothing cutting off. Chickens' claws should be to a point. And the beak, you're just checking that there is no overgrowth. This one, actually, if you look at it, is slightly undershot. If you can see that, the jaw is slightly lower than the upper jaw. But I would monitor this animal to make sure that there's no disruption with eating, but I certainly can't imagine that there is. So beak and nail care would be another preventative treatment. The only other thing that I haven't got, which would be preventative treatment, would be a mite or lice treatment. Loads of different options. One would be powdering, and you can get powders that you put topically on the skin, so you're quite a talcum powder looking bird. And another thing is a spray. Use the trolley. And what you do, and I'm just going to show you a different handling method here. I'm going to do a bit of a mock spray, and she's not particularly going to like it. I'm just going to turn her on her back for a minute. I'm going to hold her legs, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold her upside down like this, so she naturally opens her wings, and I've got her feet. And then George, if he didn't have a chicken in his hand, would mock spray under the wings, and then I'd turn her around, he'd spray around the rear end, and then I'd turn her back, and I'd make sure that I'd got underneath the feathers here. So, preventative treatment in chickens.